How can we optimize the collaboration between electrical engineers, the commissioning and service? How can we share projects with different stakeholders and receive feedback? How can we secure to have the most recent project version always available around the world? How can we stop wasting paper and save the environment? Let's take a look at the current process. Eric, the electrical engineer, creates a schematic in EPLAN Electric P8. Once completed, Eric sends the schematic for approval to his engineering manager, Michael. Michael approves the schematic. His next working step is to send the schematic to Oliver, the operational manager of the commissioning. For Michael, the project is completed. Oliver prints the schematic and hands it over to his commissioning employee, Christian. During commissioning, Christian notices that it is better to use another switch instead of the one planned in the schematic. He uses a Type B proximity switch instead of a Type A. This change needs to be documented in the printed schematic. Christian returns the schematic with the modifications in it to Oliver. The operational manager, Oliver, scans the schematic and sends it back to the engineering manager, Michael. Michael forwards the scanned schematic to Eric because he needs to do the changes. Eric goes through the scanned schematic to find out where the modifications are. Eric tries to understand the notes, but he can't. In this case, he calls his colleague Christian in the commissioning department and let him explain by phone what is meant by the notes. Finally, Eric can do the adaptations in the schematic. Michael gets the information from Oliver that the machine is now ready for delivery. The machine is delivered to the operator, including the printed schematic. For the engineering and commissioning department, the project is done. Over the years, maintenance work will be carried out by the maintenance department of the operator. Changes that are made in the machine are documented in the printed schematics. The schematic on site becomes more and more confusing due to numerous changes. Malfunctions can no longer be fixed quick enough because it takes more time to find the required information in the printed schematic. The operator asks Michael to update the schematic due to various modifications. Eric starts to search for the original schematic and tries to update it according to the modifications in the printed schematic. Eric needs to visit the operator's facility to understand which changes have been made. After visiting the operator's facilities, Eric is able to do the changes in the schematic and sends it via email to the operator. The operator is dissatisfied with the service since the process is confusing and needs a lot of time and resources. There's another way. Here's the process with ePLAN eVIEW. The electrical engineer Eric creates a schematic in ePLAN Electric P8 for a new project. Once completed, Eric uploads the project to ePLAN eVIEW and shares it with his engineering manager Michael. Michael approves the project directly in ePLAN eVIEW. Then he shares the project within ePLAN eVIEW with the operational manager Oliver from the commissioning department. Oliver hands over a tablet with access to ePLAN eVIEW to his commissioning employee Christian and gives him the task to do the commissioning of the machine. He has full access to all information needed to perform his commissioning tasks and can mark all checked and running components by green lining in ePLAN eVIEW. While checking the controls, he notices that a Type A proximity switch must be replaced with a Type B, as these switches are more reliable. The change can be documented directly in ePLAN eVIEW. The electrical engineer, Eric, receives a message about the modifications and comments in the project. Directly, he makes the adjustments and uploads the updated version to ePLAN eVIEW. After completion, the control cabinet is delivered to the operator and he gets access to the up-to-date project in eVIEW. Over the years, maintenance work is much easier for the operator since he has an up-to-date and comprehensive schematic available in ePLAN eVIEW. Changes that are made in the machine are directly inserted by professional red lining in ePLAN eVIEW. In case the operator wants an updated schematic of the machine, the machine builder can provide it very quickly. Eric can get all modifications from the redlining in EPLAN eView and transfers them into the original schematic. By uploading this latest version to EPLAN eView, the operator has direct access to the up-to-date documentation. Everyone involved is satisfied, since the communication process was much easier, quicker, and more accurate than in other projects. In EPLAN eView, your project is accessible to all participants at all times. The project data is securely stored in the EPLAN cloud, and all changes are automatically documented. Get in touch with us directly